A group of thieves who were caught on camera ransacking a Nike store in East Los Angeles has been arrested. The suspects were captured on citizen video stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise from the Nike store. One of the suspects was seen filling a large trash bag with sneakers. The suspects, described as a black man and two black women, fled the scene in a red SUV. LA County Sheriff's deputies spotted the suspect vehicle days later and, with assistance from the California Highway Patrol, arrested 6 people. The vehicle was found filled with potentially stolen merchandise, including Nike sneakers. Despite the Biden administration's commitment of billions of dollars to aid Hawaii's recovery from the recent deadly wildfires, there is no plan for a federal investigation into the response to the Lahaina blaze. Lawmakers from both parties, however, are proposing the creation of a federal team to examine the handling of natural disasters, including deficiencies in response. The push for such an investigation gained momentum as Congress reviews President Biden's request for additional funding to help FEMA respond to the Maui fire and other disasters. The proposal, known as the National Disaster Safety Board, aims to provide comprehensive oversight beyond state-level investigations. Former President Donald Trump responded on camera for the first time to the Georgia indictment, accusing him of leading a criminal enterprise to overturn the 2020 election. He labeled the charges a witch hunt and detrimental to the country. Trump highlighted his ongoing legal battles and called for the Republican Party to be tougher. Initially planning a news conference to address his election fraud claims, Trump later announced its cancellation, indicating his legal team would present evidence in court instead. Trump's baseless claims of election fraud have been consistently refuted by Georgia officials. A 6.3 magnitude earthquake, along with subsequent aftershocks, struck the Colombian capital Bogota, causing residents to flee into the streets in fear. Despite the tremors, no major damage was immediately reported. The Colombian National Geological Service recorded the initial quake as a magnitude 6.1, with its epicenter in El Calvario, southeast of Bogota. Tragically, a woman fell to her death in the capital during the event, while some buildings suffered minor damages, and the Chamber of Representatives saw a plaster decoration dislodged. No major injuries were reported. Over 3,000 individuals have been evacuated from the popular tourist destination, Tenerife, in the Spanish Canary Islands, as wildfires continue to devastate the region. The blaze has consumed around 2,600 hectares of land, with more evacuations being considered. The regional leader called it the most complex fire in 4 decades, with temperatures surpassing seasonal norms. Over 370 personnel and 17 firefighting aircraft are battling the flames. These wildfires are part of a global trend, impacting regions like Northern Africa, Hawaii, Canada, and Europe. The United States censured North Korean leader Kim Jong-un during a United Nations session for utilizing repression and cruelty under a totalitarian regime to unlawfully advance nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles. Addressing the Security Council's first public meeting on North Korean human rights abuses since 2017, U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield stressed the link between peace and human rights. China expressed opposition but didn't block the meeting. While North Korea denies abuse allegations, the regime is facing UN sanctions over its weapons programs while citing humanitarian issues due to sanctions. President Joe Biden convenes a groundbreaking trilateral summit with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol at Camp David. This meeting aims to forge a unified front against North Korea's provocations and address shared security concerns. The leaders will enhance defense, technology, and economic cooperation, instituting annual military exercises, intelligence sharing agreements, and a 3-way hotline. While not a formal alliance, the summit underscores collective challenges and underscores commitment. Despite historical tensions, the leaders seek unity amid missile threats and regional military tensions. Nurse Lucy Letby has been convicted of murdering 7 babies and attempting to kill 6 others at a neonatal unit in the UK's Countess of Chester Hospital. Letby, 33, used methods such as injecting air, force-feeding milk, and poisoning with insulin to carry out the acts between June 2015 and June 2016. She abstained from attending court for the latest verdicts. While found not guilty of some charges, the jury remained undecided on others. Prosecutors are considering a retrial for the undecided cases within 28 days. The U.S. has granted approval for F-16 fighter jets to be sent to Ukraine by Denmark and the Netherlands once pilot training concludes. The move aims to bolster Ukraine's defense against Russian aggression and counter their air superiority. The U.S. pledged to fast-track transfer requests, eliciting positive responses from Denmark and the Netherlands. Discussions with European partners are underway, with both nations considering donation of the jets to Ukraine following training completion. Tensions between the U.S., Ukraine, and Russia remain a significant concern. Hurricane Hilary has intensified to a Category 4 storm as it approaches Mexico's Baja California peninsula. Set to weaken over the weekend while bringing rain and flooding risks to the U.S. Southwest. With sustained winds of 140 miles per hour, Hilary's impact is expected to be felt with varying intensity across Baja California Sur and parts of the U.S. The storm's path could lead to significant wind and rain impacts, with the potential for flash flooding and mudslides. Coastal areas are also at risk due to storm surges and powerful waves.